Hi, welcome to Chapter 4. If you haven't already, click on Chapters 1 through 3 so you're all caught up. So far, we've covered Coco, Brother Bear, Moana, and Frozen 2. Moving on. The Little Prince is an English-language French 3D animation directed by Mark Osborne. The film is based on a 1943 novella of the same name by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry and was released in 2015. It's worth noting that none of the characters in this film have names, but are rather referred to by their social role. It could be to simply aid in the perspective of a child, but it could also quite possibly be a stronger commentary on the worth that we place on social standing in society. This film explores an only slightly exaggerated world in which childhood is removed from the lives of children. Even the narrator, the aviator, comments on it. I guess this world got too grown up, which was followed closely by grown-ups. They never understand anything by themselves. It's a much-needed commentary on the fact that grown-ups can just get so wrapped up in their own activities, immersed entirely in their own cultural worldview, that they lose sight of what truly matters in the end. The little girl's mother in the film is obsessed with making her daughter into the perfect grown-up, which is entirely too much pressure on this little girl. The mother controls her own terror for her daughter's future by exerting control over every second of her life. But by doing so, she's removed the life from her daughter's life. Far away, the little prince lives on a planet that only he inhabits, spending his days digging up seeds of trees that threaten to grow and strangle the planet. He has a rose on this planet, and he loves her, but her controlling vanity and narcissism, some of those fun human qualities Ernest Becker spoke about, threatens to destroy them both, so he leaves her and his planet, to return to her when they both know how to love each other properly. The aviator begins to tell the girl about the little prince, and his encounters with grown-ups throughout the cosmos, always conceited, power-hungry, possessive of things that do not truly belong to them. The girl tells him that she doesn't want to grow up, but he tells her growing up is not the problem, forgetting is. Childhood as a state of mind is being used in this instance to fight the terror of growing older, and losing our core values in favor of achieving material gain. Things that our cultural worldview tell us that matter. The little prince's story on Earth ends when he allows a poisonous snake to kill him. He tells the aviator, "I too am going back home today. It is much further. I am afraid. You understand it is too far. I cannot carry this body with me. It'll be like an old abandoned shell. There is nothing sad about old shells." The aviator is, of course, incredibly sad that his friend is leaving him, but he gives unto the aviator a terror management strategy, one that he will continue to use for the remainder of his life. The little prince says, "I am going to make you a present. In one of those stars I shall be living. In one of them I shall be laughing. And so when you look up at the sky at night, it'll be as if all the stars are laughing." The girl rejects the aviator's story of the little prince when he tells her that he must one day leave her to go be with the little prince. When he tells her that he does not know for sure that the little prince made it home to his rose. But the aviator tells her, "It is as he said. I look up at the stars and I hear him laughing." The little prince is real because he is real to him, a concept that she has trouble with at first. When the aviator has an emergency medical event and is rushed to the hospital, the girl decides to find the little prince herself. When she finds him, he is grown, on a planet that only allows adults and only participates in business activities, only valuing what is essential. And to them, that is tangible dividends. But the fox, a friend of the little prince, shares a piece of wisdom with us. He says, "Let me make you a present of a secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye." And I just love this lesson, it being its own method of terror management. What truly matters in life cannot be seen or quantified, but that which we cannot see, relationships and love, is all that matters, all that is essential. Everything else is just extraneous detail. When the girl finally returns the little prince to his home planet, he finds it strangled by the trees that he used to keep at bay.
Over here, I found her! Look.
My rose.
It's her.
Oh.
No, how can this be? I am so sorry. You're supposed to be with her. I'm gonna lose him too. And grow up. And forget all about him. Forget it all. Forever. I don't want to lose him.
Don't cry.
How can you not be crying? I can see her. She was not a common rose. She was the only one of her kind in the whole universe. I remember her. I remember all of it. She's not gone. She's still here. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. You'll always be with me. I understand now.
We run into the same concept that was utilized in Moana, discussed in the last chapter. There is nowhere you could go that I won't be with you. He will always be with me. Through the thorough mix of imagination and reality, we cannot truly tell as an audience what is real anymore. A common occurrence in childhood. Imagination and reality tend to run into each other. But to quote J.K. Rowling's headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, "Of course it's happening in your head, but why should that mean that it is not real?" Having now discussed terror management theory in The Little Prince, the following chapter will address the conundrum that apocalyptic films pose, examining the film 9. So, stay tuned.